Hi Gemini, this is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So what I'm getting from your tarot so far is that for some of you, I'm almost picking up that there may be something that was unclear to you, something that may have been creating anxiety, for some of you, irrational fears, doubt. Now, this could be doubt in a specific, say, person, situation, but it may also be something that is stemming from within you, something that may have been unclear to you or kind of clouding your intuition for some of you. And I am feeling that there is this shift in perspective that is happening for you. And I do feel like there is this process of evaluation and reassessing something that you have been working on manifesting into your life. And I'm noticing the way that this hangman kind of looks. She almost looks like she's kind of clutching her throat. And also holding on to the top of her head. So it almost feels like there's something either surrounding you with, or the mindset or a certain situation that you may have been dealing with pretty recently that is going to be shifting for you. And I'm also noticing in the Seven of Pentacles energy here, where there is this bird that has its wings spread, that is kind of sitting on top of her head. She's got her eyes closed. She looks like she's meditating. She's contemplating, thinking here. So I'm seeing this as something as is kind of shifting within you. And I feel like with this moon energy, which can create a lot of anxiety, a lot of irrational fear, a lot of clouded energy, a lot of uncertainty, and a lot of unknown. It's almost like you're going to be, I almost feel like kind of revealed some type of truth or some type of clarity. And it is going to be something that really helps you to, I feel like, more embody this energy of the King of Wands and even the Knight of Swords energy here. The Knight of Swords is a very explosive, fast-moving, decisive action type of energy. It shows bravery and skill and just kind of feeling, I feel like, more tuned into your intuition to just kind of step into your power and take some type of action. So this hangman energy is something that gives us perspective and being able to kind of look at a situation in a different way. To me, the way that, like I said, the way that she's kind of holding her throat and the crown, to me, it's almost like there's these downloads that are kind of coming in from spirit kind of bringing in some type of clarity for you that is going to help you to kind of work towards making some type of decision or choice. And I feel like with the King of Wands energy here, this is a lot of creative energy. It's also a very confident energy, and one that is filled with passion, desire, creativity. And with the Three of Cups energy here, I am feeling that this, whatever this is for you, whatever clarity that this is coming in, or whatever decision it is that you are making here, I almost feel like, kind of looking at this energy, that it's going to catch you kind of like off guard or by surprise. Because the hangman energy is a very spiritual energy, that I'm almost feeling that there's something that your ancestors, your spirit guides, are kind of bringing into you to kind of clear away any of these blockages that may have been there, that may have been, stopping or preventing you from being able to kind of move forward with what I feel like you already felt intuitively, you were already feeling drawn to do, but you kind of taking this time to really kind of evaluate and reassess situations. I feel for many of you, like I said, it is something that you have been working on manifesting here. And it may even be that kind of like these unexpected results that are kind of showing up by your consistent focus, effort, that you're putting in here is something that does lead to joy, happiness, a moment or time of celebration with this Three of Cups type of energy. So I'm feeling like it is something that is being revealed. Some of you, it could be that you're getting these downloads through your dreams. And I'm almost feeling like, because the moon energy is also talking about cycles, the cycles of life. So I'm feeling that there is kind of like this influx of, I almost feel like something that you weren't seeing, something that you weren't recognized in some way is kind of being revealed to you. Some of you, I feel like this does have a lot to do with your throat chakra and also the crown chakra. So it could be that there are these blockages that are being cleared here as well, where you're truly able to tune into spirit to bring about a lot more harmony, a lot more balance. I'm also feeling that this is learning to align yourself with life's ups and downs, the cycles that you've been going through, and more so learning how to kind of deal with the ebb and flow of life. Okay, so that you're kind of using it to your advantage in a way. Some of you may even work with the moon cycles and do certain like moon rituals, and I feel like it's kind of like you're putting all of your focus towards what you're wanting to take shape, what you're wanting to kind of bring into form. And for some of you with the Seven of Pentacles energy here, this is bringing in the fruits of your labor. Some of you have been very focused, very disciplined with what it is that you're working towards manifesting. And then it's kind of like now giving you this time, a moment's pause, where you can kind of see how things are evolving for you, and also, you know, say, okay, well, I've already been investing my time and energy into this, and I kind of see how it's manifesting, but am I able to kind of, create something else? Am I able to maybe take something away and put more effort or focus and intention towards maybe shifting this into a slightly different, direction for you as well? Okay, so I'm definitely feeling like there's something shifting here, and the moon is a lot about our subconscious mind. Some of you may even be getting psychic dreams and kind of, like I said, receiving these downloads from spirit. And I feel like it is something here that is affecting your crown chakra and also throat chakra for many of you, where it could be that you are finding your voice, or you're, speaking your truth, you're, stepping into your authenticity, stepping into your power. The King of Wands is also this very powerful energy of a leadership type of mindset, mentality. It is about you kind of stepping into this power and feeling so much more confident in yourself to be able to go after and pursue the things that you're really wanting to. And so I almost feeling like this clearing that's happening here is going to be so profound for you that whatever this decision or decisive action that you're taking, this is movement here with the Knight of Swords. So it could be that when this download or this clarity kind of comes through, that you kind of just step into action without even thinking about it, that you just kind of feel this urge or this push or this pull to just kind of go and make, I feel like, your dreams happen. Okay, so let's see what else we have here. I'm actually going to move this over here. Okay, so let's start with this oracle message here. Okay, so we do have the owl, which is card number 39. And I actually want to read the message for you guys. This is from the Mystical Shaman Oracle. So definitely want to read the message of the owl here. But when we generally think about owls, we see them as, wisdom, knowledge. And so to me, this is also a symbol of, the ancestors as well, kind of giving you this knowledge. Like I said, we have this bird that is kind of sitting on top of her head, and she's, it's almost like spirit is kind of coming in and giving you the downloads. And like I said, with the hangman, the way that she looks, it kind of looks like this information or this download or this activation or something that is coming from the spiritual realm is going to take you by surprise. It's kind of like, it's kind of like, I don't know, I'm just kind of feeling like some type of epiphany or clarity or something that's coming in here. So let's see what else. Okay, so we have adventure here with card number 2. It says laughter, spontaneous, nature, and renewal. We also have balance, harmony, equilibrium, centered, and calm, which I love that energy. We have also the sun and the moon here. Okay, the sun is a symbol of masculine energy, whereas the moon is feminine energy. Okay, so it could be that you are finding this balance also within yourself, feeling more grounded, feeling more centered, more calm in your approach, your decisions here. Okay, look at that. We've got spontaneous here. Something, like I said, with the laughter here that is bringing in a lot of happiness, a lot of joy. Some of you may even find over the next 7 days that you are spending more time in nature, or you feel more connected in to your intuition, to, the energy of the sun, the energy of the moon, the energy of the stars, more connected into nature, definitely. Okay, it's bringing about this energy of renewal for you. Okay, that I feel like comes along with the clarity and the wisdom. Owls are definitely creatures that, they can see in the dark. And so that's kind of what I'm feeling this moon energy is for you. Like I said, there's something that you've been kind of in the dark about. Maybe, maybe challenged or struggled to kind of find truth or to see truth. And that's what I'm kind of saying, is that there's something, and I feel like it's going to come to you, and almost like the light bulb is going on for you. Okay. We have gratitude with number 11, receiving blessings, thanks, and also giving. Okay. So to me, this is also this energy of reciprocity. With you being able to, with all of the work and all of the focus that you've been putting in, it's almost like this 7 of Pentacles energy here. In a way, you're, like I said, beginning to see the fruits of your labor that are coming in here. Okay. So yeah, this is a really beautiful, balanced energy. Okay. And it may even be that you are, some of you that are very connected into your ancestors, or that you have you create an altar for them, and you are, thanking the ancestors for the lessons that they're bringing into you, for the blessings that they are helping you to align with and to see your worthiness, your passion, your power, your creativity. Okay. So it may even be something, like I said, something that comes in, beginning to see the fruits of your labor start to pay off. And it could be paying off in a very positive way for you, receiving very unexpected blessings, or even clarity as to, how to pursue a certain passion or dream that you have that is going to bring in the abundance that you're really looking for in your life, right? So that you are kind of taking control here with the King of Wands energy, to take control of your own life, your own, reality, co-creation, is definitely what I'm feeling here. So we do have Circe, if I'm saying that right, with reflection. Okay. So a lot of reflection happening here for you, ideas, plans. We also have, what is this? Asibi Kashi. I'm not even sure I'm saying that right. With meditation. And then we also have Danu with creation. So look at this. Wow. We've got the sun on one side. We've got the moon on the other. Again, where were we seeing that at? Over here. Okay. So this is really you bringing this energy into your own energy into balance here. Okay. I'm also noticing how in the center of her stomach, she's got this big, powerful wheel of energy. And it looks like it's coming right out of her solar plexus. Okay. Which is confidence, which is power. And I feel like much more balance, this beautiful energy of creation, okay? Which to me is a lot of feminine energy. A lot of feminine energy here. Okay, so before we kind of move on to these, I want to look at this message for you with the owl. Okay, and like I said, this one is from the Mystical Shaman Oracles. We're going to look at that card number 39. Okay, so with this card here, it says Owl is the master of the night. She can see situations with perfect clarity, more so when it is dark, and is able to discern truth when others are sightless. She helps you find your light and your lightness in the darkest moments of your life, and to embrace the night as your ally. Owl can bring you messages from the invisible world. She opens your ears so that you may hear the voices of the ancestors, and you may acquire their wisdom and make it your own. Look around you, notice every detail, and find the hidden messages brought to you by Owl. Do not shoot the messenger. Be grateful to the friend who shows you what you have not wanted to see till now. Wow. Well, remember how I said in the beginning that there's something with that moon energy here that you weren't seeing. You weren't seen here. And like I said, with that Hangman, that shift in perspective, like I said, the way that her body language looks is almost like this new perspective is something that is completely taking you by surprise. Okay, wow. Wow, oh my goodness. Okay. So it says, do not shoot the messenger. Be grateful to the friend who shows you what you have not wanted to see until now. Observe all the facets of the diamond without judgment. Remember that the facets you dislike are often mirrors of the parts of you that you do not want to recognize. Do not be afraid of the truth, as it will become your compass. Owl guards against self-deception and insists that your motives be pure and transparent to all. What is the message that you are not hearing? The situation that you are not seeing with clarity? Owl invites you to wait patiently. Bide your time until it is right to act. Then do so decisively with no hesitation or remorse. Okay? So yeah, definitely something with that moon. And when the moon, like I said, is a very hidden, something being hidden or concealed. Okay? And I feel like whatever this is coming to light. You're going to be able to see what it is. And it could even be, for some of you, it could be a fear that you have, a subconscious self-limiting belief that has been holding you back, right? Some type of wound that has been there for some of you that, is uncomfortable, right? Because the moon is, also reflective of this dark, right? The shadow. So, and the moon can be very deceiving, right? And that's kind of what this message of the owl is saying, is that how have you kind of been keeping yourself in the dark, without even realizing it, for some of you with the moon energy here. So, with the moon, it's also telling you that whatever is in the darkness at the time eventually will come to light. So it could be something, this could be truth that you find out, inner truth. It could be truth in a situation about another person. It could even be some truth kind of being revealed to you as far as what the owl message is saying here. Something that you haven't been wanting to recognize about yourself. Is there some type of insecurity that's there? Is there something that's kind of deeply rooted that has been kind of keeping you blocked from experiencing, say, true joy or true happiness, or even some type of something even little, really small, right? It could be some type of, thing where you had a project or something that you had worked or pursued on in the past, and you felt like you failed, right? And so deep down inside, you can have that insecurity about going after and pursuing any goal from that moment forward, because deep down inside, you still have that insecurity. within you that kind of says, oh no, you can't do that, you're not gonna do well, you're gonna fail, it's not worth it, it's not gonna happen for you, So to me, it's kind of like, there's just this energy that's kind of shifting and changing within you, where you learn to find so much more peace of mind and calmness and, kind of really, some of you with this Three of Cups, it can even be that there is new friendships that are coming in here, right? Even new friends that kind of come in and maybe even helped you in some way, kind of give you food for thought and kind of get the wheel spinning within you. It could be advice or guidance or something here in a way that spirit is trying to help you to see something that you're not seeing here. And I definitely feel like it is something that is being revealed to you. Okay, so see what else we have here. We have love. We have compassion. Wow, we have wish. And we have celebration. Okay, and we've got the Three of Cups energy here too. So yeah, this something here. We have this energy of love, compassion, but it's also, connected into the feminine energy here as well. We've got creation. So some of you may even be finding this new solution or this new way, stepping into your power here, feeling more confident in yourself, working on manifesting. Some of you can even be manifesting new love in your life, right? This beautiful energy here of love and compassion. It could be something that's changing within you, to let something go that had been blocking you from fully embodying this energy of unconditional love. It could even be changing your perspective towards other people around you, where you take on much more of this balanced feminine energy to help you towards, learning to be more compassionate, more loving towards other people, which helps to bring about the energy of calm, of peace, of equilibrium here. But we have witch here, so I feel like over the next 7 days, there's something, like I said, that's being revealed to you here, but we have a wish. To me, there's a wish here, there's a celebration. Whatever this is that's coming, that's going to be shed light on or coming into your acknowledgement, like I said, the light bulb going on. To me, this could be some type of wish being granted, kind of being brought into your life, because we also have the receiving, you kind of being open and receptive. And by you balancing out your feminine energy here, because we are seeing balance between the masculine and feminine throughout here. So as you are finding this balance within yourself, and I feel like it's coming from this shift in perspective, that with you balancing out your feminine energy, the feminine energy is passive. Okay. So when we have this balanced feminine energy here, we are open and receptive, right? We are this powerful energy of creation, of manifestation. And I feel, Hank, with the celebration here, the blessings is something that is being brought to you, something that you have been waiting for, hoping for. The Seven of Pentacles energy here is bringing in the fruits of your labor. So whatever this is, for some of you, like I said, it could be love, it could be even new friends, or even you kind of, asking spirit for you to just feel calm, for you to be more connected to your spirit guides, more connected to your spiritual path. That can be something, the download that you receive from your ancestors, your spirit guides, your spirit team. It could even be that you feel this balance and this wholeness within yourself that helps you through your ascension process. For some of you, you may have been wishing for that, We're just to kind of have this balanced, beautiful, spiritual, powerful energy. But whatever it is, I feel like over the next 7 days, this is coming in for you, and it is going to be a reason to celebrate and really kind of also, I feel like, look at your life and things in a very different way, because there is this beautiful renewal that's kind of coming in for you. right? It's kind of like you going through this rebirth process here as well. So I love this energy here. Let's see what else we have. We have creativity. We have love again. Wow. This beautiful energy of love, creativity, and opportunity. Okay. So for some of you, this, like I said, it could definitely be an opportunity for love. But yeah, a lot of this is a strong feminine energy here. Love, creativity, love here again, compassion. And then with the masculine energy here, we also had the Knight of Swords and also the King of Wands. Okay, so the King of Wands, or the masculine energy in general, is very action oriented, very focused, very disciplined. It's the part of us that gets things done, right? Where the feminine energy, like I said, is just very open, very receptive, passive energy, and this powerful energy of creation. I love that, all of that powerful energy surrounding her solar plexus. For some of you, it can even be tied into your sacral chakra. You know, it could be certain awakenings that you're having, going through the awakening process, because the sacral chakra is connected into our creativity, our sexual energy. Okay, sexual energy and creativity are synonymous. We are using that energy, that force, that power of creation, okay, with our following our and pursuing our passions, our dreams, our desires, our goals. So yeah, whatever this is for you with this wish, like I said, it's going to be different for all of you because this is a general reading, but this is Spirit saying this is going to be some brain and some type of maybe opportunity for some of you, a creative maybe endeavor, but something here that you're going to feel joy and happiness and feeling this reason to celebrate. It could even be that by you kind of having this breakthrough, I feel like, of this something that's being revealed to you, it kind of sets your wheels in motion for you to actually take control and take action. Okay, through this process of reflection and looking within the self about what action you're needing to take, where you're needing to focus and channel this power and this energy. Okay, for some of you with the meditation here, it can even be that this is something that's revealed to you through your meditation. Meditation is a way that we can connect to our spirit guides and our ancestors by these moments of stillness, by this moments of calm. Especially for some of us that are very, very busy and we kind of feel like, okay, I can't hear my spirit guides. I feel lost. I don't know what I'm doing. Calm your mind. Okay, practice mindfulness and calming the mind so that you are able to allow, you're open, receptive to those messages that come in, whether it's through your dreams, psychic visions for some of you with that moon energy. Some of you could be revealed through meditation, or even, like I said, if you have a very strong connection to nature, to animals. I feel like this is one way that this information or this download, whatever this is being revealed to you. So pay attention to, the numbers, the synchronicities, whatever it is. However, be completely open to the whichever way Spirit is trying to deliver these messages to you, this clarity or whatever it is, as well. Okay, so I love this energy for you, pile number 1. If you felt called to a different pile, I will see you at the other reading. But for the rest of you, I hope that this reading was helpful for you, and I will see you guys in the next reading. Hi, pile 2. So for those of you that resonated with the petrified wood, this is going to be your reading today. So we're going to start off with your tarot first, and then we will save your oracle messages for a little bit later. But we're asking Spirit today what you can expect over the next 7 days, your week ahead, from the time that you click on this video. So it doesn't matter if you're watching it the day that I post it, or if you're watching it a year from now, 2 years from now. Whenever you click on this video, these are the messages that are meant for you at that time for your week ahead. So let's get started. We have the 5 of Pentacles. We have the Three of Swords. We have the Knight of Cups. We have the Nine of Wands. We also have the Queen of Wands. And then we also have the Ten of Cups. Okay. So what I'm already seeing here is starting off with the Five of Pentacles, the Three of Swords, and I'm also seeing the Nine of Wands energy here. I'm noticing that in this Nine of Wands, she looks like she has this arrow that's in her chest, okay? And we have the Three of Swords energy here. So the Three of Swords is talking about some type of heartache or pain, something that some of you guys are maybe still healing from. And I'm feeling that it does have to center around maybe an ex-partner, some type of love situation that you have been dealing with. For some of you, this is maybe some type of abandonment wound. Now, for some of you, it doesn't even have to do with, it may not have anything to do with a specific romantic partner, but it can be even this fear of abandonment or abandonment that you've been feeling. The Five of Pentacles is this energy of lack. It is the poverty mindset or the lack mentality. It could be for some of you that are working on healing here, that there's a lot of wounding that has happened. Okay. But what I am seeing here is this, I feel like this shift that is happening for you here, because the Knight of Cups energy is really this energy of love, for some of you can be some type of offer that is coming in. Okay. And I feel like as you were working on healing from this past energy here, the Nine of Wands is this message of resilience. So even if it is that you are still healing from something from your past, over the next 7 days, for some of you, I am seeing this Knight of Cups could potentially be someone new coming in. Okay, so this can definitely be that there is someone new that is approaching you. Now, the Knight of Cups is this energy that is more open and receptive to love, to opportunity. Okay, and then we have the Queen of Wands energy here. And the Queen of Wands, some of you could be that this is a fire sign or even a water sign that could potentially be coming in. Okay. And I do feel like this new person could be someone who does want some serious commitment here with this Ten of Cups. Okay. The Ten of Cups is more of this family card. Okay. It brings about fulfillment on every level imaginable. Okay. So not just feeling, emotionally fulfilled, but so much more than that. Fulfilled on every level, mentally, emotionally, physically, where you feel this happiness and this contentment. I'm noticing that in this Ten of Cups energy here, where it looks like there's this mother that's kind of cradling and, holding on to, embracing her child, her baby. And so, to me, this is also symbolic of, for some of you could be working on healing this wound that you have. There's also this very nurturing energy that I'm also seeing in this card as well. So there could be some major milestones, I feel like, for many of you that you are making in your healing process. And not only healing, emotions here with the Three of Swords, but also healing any type of mentality of emptiness or void, or the feeling of loss or lack, because the Five of Pentacles energy, especially when it comes to love and relationships and connections with people, after going through heartache or heartbreak, we can feel very challenged. We can feel very defeated. We can feel like we're never going to find love again. We're never going to have a successful relationship. We're never going to be happy. For some of you, it may even just be as far as financial disappointment that you've had. You may feel like I've put in so much work, right? I put in so much work, and I feel like my finances are not improving, right? So some of you, it may have nothing to do with the love. It can have to do with the mindset, the lack mentality. Okay. with having past disappointment from past experiences that you've had, right? Things not working out, things, plans falling through, whatever it could be. But the Knight of Cups, whether it is a romantic opportunity, a creative opportunity, or maybe even something being offered to you, is what is coming in here. So whatever this is, with the Queen of Wands energy, to me, this is this shift that is kind of happening. I'm noticing that in this Queen of Wands, there's a bat here. Okay? There's a bat. And a bat is this symbol of rebirth, of transformation. Okay? So to me, there is this shift that's happening within you. Like I said, the Nine of Wands is all about resilience and about letting us know that the end of this tough cycle that we've gone through is approaching, right? So it could be that you are kind of having this transformation happen within you, where you're starting to see or find this light within yourself and stepping into your power, okay, with the Queen of Wands energy. And for many of you, it could be that you have felt like you've just kind of been in a rut, or you've been kind of like in this slump that you have not been able to break yourself out of. And so with whatever this new opportunity is that is coming in for you, I am feeling like this is something that is going to bring in a lot of very positive change for you, being that we have the Ten of Cups here, okay? Because the Ten of Cups is really this very beautiful, kind of like this, the happily ever after, the happily, the finale, the ending, happiness, joy, feeling contentment, feeling satisfied, right? So yeah, this could be opportunity for many of you. I'm seeing in love, okay? A new opportunity in love that could definitely be coming in here to, could be someone very romantic coming in. The Knight of Cups is also a very sensitive energy. This could be news or messages that you receive over the next 7 days. These could be certain developments that are kind of taking place in your life. What else am I seeing here? Yeah, to me, this is also about you. I feel like also finding not a healing, is some type of emotional stability here for some of you as well. Okay. Almost like you're kind of regaining control of your feelings, of your emotions, of yourself, of your power. Okay. So let's see what else is coming in here. We have card number 22 with the Ghost Dance. And this card is from the Mystical Shaman Oracle. I am going to read you the message for this card because it has some really beautiful messages here. Okay, so we also have protection here, armament, strengthen, boundaries, and aura. Okay. We have 23 with duality, self-awareness, observe, and release. And then we also have card number 13 with hidden, wisdom, elementals, fairy, and uncover. Okay, so many of you, to me, this is kind of like spirit and sending through these messages through, for those of you that connect to the fae or the elementals, that it could be messages that are kind of received through whatever way spirit is trying to communicate to you. It could even be ancestors. Looking at this here, the Ghost Dance looks like ancestors. Okay, so let's kind of look at these for a second before we kind of pull out the other cards. But we have protection here, okay? And it's talking about strengthening, maybe strengthening yourself, your heart, your mind, your emotional well-being. It may also be that you are learning to set better boundaries for yourself, being more protective of your energy. With the duality here, the self-awareness, observe, and release, this card is about this kind of being more observant of your thoughts, okay? Not all of the thoughts that we have are ones that are intuitive messages from spirit. The ego is also something that can get pretty loud. And the ego can sometimes be based in a lot of fear, a lot of self-limiting beliefs, okay, doubts that we have in ourselves. So this is about you learning how to filter through the egoic mind and also your intuition, okay, so that you can feel the difference between the two of them and kind of seeing the thoughts that you're having, right? Especially when they have to do, for those of you that are healing, or even any type of disappointment, feeling ghosted by someone, feeling hurt by someone, or just kind of like that feeling of lack, especially when it comes to being able to produce income, abundance, change for yourself, right? So this energy here is about you recognizing when to release and let go, right? You're being more observant of your thoughts and where they're at. And if they're leading you towards something that is productive, right? That is helping you to step into your power, that is helping you to reclaim your energy, or are the thoughts more so ego-based in that they're filled with fear and lack and doubt? Okay. So for many of you, this may be a little bit of homework to just kind of be a little bit more observant of all the thoughts that you have throughout the day. Do they feel intuitive, almost like they're, just kind of being given to you by spirit, and you can trust in those with confidence? Or are those ideas that you have, or the thoughts that you have, are they more centered around a fear-based type of energy, right? So this is time for you to kind of really focus on being still and calm and really thinking about how you can protect yourself. Because like I said, sometimes the ego can step in and it can tell us a lot of things that are not true about ourselves, a lot of things that are not true about certain situations that we're in, and can be taken away from our power. Okay? So this is about you definitely becoming more self-aware over the next 7 days, over your week ahead, learning to set those boundaries, learning to protect your energy, and learning which thoughts you're really meant to give further attention to, or are they ones that you need to really just kind of observe and let them pass, right? Especially if they're ones that are not constructive and are not really helping you, but they're more so kind of sending you down the rabbit hole of pain or misery or doubts in yourself, in your power, in your ability to be able to kind of pull yourself out of that maybe stuck or blocked type of energy. Okay. So yeah, with the hidden energy here, we have wisdom and things being uncovered. So it could be that there are certain things that are being revealed to you. Okay. So I feel like I want to look at this message here now. We have the Ghost Dance with card number 22. As I said, this one is from the Mystical Shaman Oracle. So let's see what this message has for you guys. Okay, so it says, the Ghost Dance of the American Plains Indians united the spirits of the living with those of the ancestors to bring peace to the world. When the ancestors are honored, they bring harmony to us. When we hold them responsible for all that is wrong with us today, they haunt us. Honor the spirits of the ancestors and receive their lessons and gifts. This includes honoring your own past lives. The ancestors have a message of healing and a powerful medicine to offer you. Create a sacred moment at your altar, light a candle to them, and let their wisdom infuse you. At this stage in your life, you are done repeating the tragic stories. Step into the abundance that is offered to you. Receive the gifts of those that have come before you and write a new story for your life. If you are trapped in a vicious cycle of nostalgia, mourning a lost youth or opportunities missed, it is time to make an altar for the ancestors. Collect a few photos, light some incense, offer sage, and open the windows of your house to release them to their destiny into the wind. Be wary of being snared in a relationship with someone from a past lifetime, as the people we loved or hurt have a way of reappearing in our lives. There is no learning for you there anymore. Okay, so this message is for those of you specifically where your ancestors are wanting you to know that if there is someone who makes an appearance, especially over the next 7 days, and it could be someone that you share a past life with. This is your ancestors wanting you to know that whoever this person is, especially if they're returning to your life again, this is someone that you've already been dealing with. Your ancestors are wanting you to know that your lessons with that person are done. Meaning you're not bringing yourself right back into that same vicious cycle of welcoming them in over and over and over again, especially if they've been someone that has been inconsistent with you, right? And so this is really Spirit saying, be careful, be wary of getting caught up in a relationship with someone from the past, people that you may have loved, people that may have hurt you. If they're coming back in, this is Spirit wants you to know there's no more lessons, there's no more learning from this experience with that person any longer. Okay, so you're meant to release, you're meant to let go with this energy here and really kind of reclaim your power, your energy. You know, some of you can be a vicious karmic cycle that you've been stuck in with someone from the past, right? And for some of you, it may not even be that this person physically kind of returns to your life. It could be old memories, old ghosts that are resurfacing, right? And you're revisiting all of those feelings, all of those emotions. So being observant is going to be something that you're needing to really focus on at this time, right? Those feelings are going to come up for a reason, whatever these memories are coming up for a reason, and it could be to highlight your attention to healing that still needs to happen. The feeling of lack or the, like I said, ghosting, wounding, abandonment, rejection for some of you, right? So you're observant of these thoughts. Sometimes when we have someone's energy that kind of comes to us from years ago, we kind of obsess over it and we try to, overthink things, and we feel, oh, well, maybe this person is coming back in my thoughts because I meant to go back to them, right? But I feel like this is Spirit saying, if you have these thoughts that come in, especially from something from the past, be observant of them, okay? Let them come in, let them flow out. Don't read into them too much. If there's healing, that you're still feeling triggered by something, that is going to be this healing that you're allowing for. You're being observing as they come in. But that's a big message for some of you, that especially if you have someone return to your life and it's the same old from this person that you've gone through cycles and cycles and cycles. This is your ancestors saying, there's nothing else to be learned here. Right? The lesson is done with this person. Release this person. Working on protecting yourself. That may be also where you're needing to set some boundaries for some of you, right? Especially if there is someone kind of coming in and playing games. No more. Ancestors say no more, especially also because another message that was in here is sometimes we can get frustrated. We can get upset, right? Because of certain things that we're going through in our life. And some people, right? I've seen it in the comments before, and it's not to say that it's you, Pile 2, but I've seen it in the comments before where there are people that are really upset and they blame their ancestors. They blame, whether it's parents or, something from their past, and they shift all of that energy towards their ancestors, right? As to why we're going through these cycles, why we're clearing certain things, right? And that's not the kind of energy that we want to put forth towards the ancestors, okay? Because they can also be, they can really be there to guide us and to love us and to help us to get through our own journey. But kind of focusing all of that energy, that negativity towards the ancestors is not going to help you. Right? It's not going to help you to heal. It's not going to help you with the mindset. It's not going to help you with being more self-aware. Okay? So this is about you kind of finding this happiness and being able to heal and kind of uncovering truths, right? Seeing the truth of situations I'm also feeling here as well. Okay? And those of you that feel called already to kind of create a beautiful space for your ancestors, it doesn't have to be something super extravagant, super big. You can have, pictures, small little frames, and create just like a little tiny little space, for your ancestors and bring offerings with whatever you feel like. Maybe it was something like, if you knew them personally, you can leave something that they liked. You know, if your one ancestor liked cigars or wine or you know, of different fruits, right? Pomegranates, oranges, things like that, whatever you feel called to do. But this may also be a time for some of you to really take some time, you know, to honor the ancestors in any way that you feel called to do, okay? For those that you feel called to do it. So let's see. We have Medine with Wild Spirit. We have Vesna with Rebirth. Wow. That is some beautiful energy. And we also have Guanyin with Compassion. Okay. Which is beautiful energy here. Okay. So I almost feel like because you have the Queen of Wands here, and then you have this wild spirit, and she's holding this rabbit. Okay. To me, that is definitely this energy of fertility. Okay. Rabbits being this symbol of fertility. And then with the compassion here, this is truly a lot of healing with Kuan Yin, love, compassion. And some of you, yes, maybe definitely experiencing this rebirth. Like I said, this clearing of this energy and you stepping more into your power here. You know, finding balance. Finding balance here. Let's see, what else? We have creativity. We have progress. Okay, we love that. Progress over the next 7 days for you. And I feel like it's coming in some powerful ways. We also have purpose. And we have forgiveness. Okay, so I love this because there is, like I said, a lot of this healing that's happening here, right? And if we are holding on to all of that pain, the stress, the burden, the heaviness, we're holding on to anger, we're holding on to resentment, we're holding on to any of this stuff, right? Forgiveness for some of you, it could be that you, over the next 7 days, you are kind of making progress when it comes to being able to forgive, right? And that could be someone from your past, right? Someone that has hurt you, someone that has wounded. It could be forgiving yourself for some of you, okay? And forgiveness truly is the key for us to be able to release anything that we're holding on to. It can also be with this releasing of this energy that we reclaim our power, that we are able to go through this rebirth process, because this is also reminding me of the Judgment card in the tarot, okay? And forgiveness is very much a part of that. We're able to forgive, and by doing that, we can go through our transformation, right? Like I said, that is here, that symbol of rebirth and transformation, okay? And because of that, I feel like it's almost like this weight that is being lifted from you, right? You're kind of returning more into this energy of love, of compassion, of great care, of healing, okay? Kuan Yin is also this very loving, nurturing energy, right? She's definitely one of the goddesses that you can use for healing. Okay, if you feel called to work with her, she can definitely help with that, because she is, you know, this goddess of love, of compassion, of empathy, with helping people that are feeling lost and, you know, needing that assistance. And so to me, this is also symbolic with us having Kuan Yin here, that in some way, those of you that choose to work with her, whatever deity that you are choosing to work with, right, from any pantheon, that there is this nurturing energy. To me, this can also be you being symbolic of the baby, right? Where you have this nurturing energy coming over you. For some of you, it could even be your ancestors that are coming in to help you to heal, you know, through love, through compassion. And when we are able to forgive, like I said, ourselves, other people, we can release ourselves from the old chapters of life, right? For some of us, we can have been holding on to stuff since childhood, right? And so by healing those wounds here, for some of you, it can even be childhood abandonment, wounds, right? Not feeling love, not feeling nurture, not getting what you needed, right? So there's definitely this beautiful energy, this change where this is Spirit saying that you are making this progress here over the next 7 days. And it may just not, especially with this type of message for you guys, of course, it's not going to be something that's just within the 7 days, right? This is something with your healing that is kind of ongoing, but it may even be that over the next 7 days that you start to notice this shift that is taking place within you by understanding and having this realization, why am I still holding on to this? Why am I still holding on to this pain? By you being more observant of those thoughts that come in, like I said, more self-aware, you could start to notice, why am I still feeling resentment? Why am I still feeling this pain? This is something that's holding me back from my power. And it's time for me to take my power back, right? So that I can start to experience happiness, joy, fulfillment, and contentment in my life again, right? And by you doing that, by you reclaiming your power here with the Queen of Wands, it's opening up this power of creativity, of manifestation, of your power, of you kind of being able to go after your dreams, your desires, your goals. Okay? So let's see what else. We have faith, okay? So this can even be faith that is being restored for you, right? You shifting into this mentality of knowing that happiness, joy, love is something that is possible for me, okay? We have peace, we love that. And then we also have unity, okay? So to me, this is more so about you finding this balance, unity within yourself, okay? Bringing about a sense of peace, and I feel like also restoring faith, not only in yourself, but within your capability to pursue this fulfillment, right? That you are worthy of, that you are deserving of, to have within your life. And so many of you, it could be this shift or this change that you start to notice happen within you about you allowing these things from your past, where you actually take some time to observe, what lessons have I learned? What beliefs am I holding on to about love, about myself, about my power, about finances, with career, with whatever it could be, your spiritual path, right? And you're starting to have this shift take place within you, okay? Some of you, it can even be that over the next 7 days, your purpose, right? The reason that you've incarnated here on earth, your purpose is something that is being revealed to you. Where you find purpose, it could even be that that purpose in your life is something that is being restored, right? Where you feel this fire, this power, this shift change within you, to that kind of really sparks this fire under you with that Queen of Wands, right? It really kind of gets your fire burning, where you are kind of like taking this energy and transmuting it into something powerful for yourself, finding that balance, finding that peace and that calm from within. So I definitely feel like, yes, you could definitely feel these shifts starting to change over the next 7 days, but I don't definitely feel like it's going to be something like that is only happening within like 7 days, because of this message here that is pretty profound for you, helping you, I feel like, to align with your purpose. Like I said, finding purpose in your life again, finding this unity within the self. Those of you, like I said, that are feeling called to work with Kuan Yin, learn about her, learn about how you can, introduce her and welcome her into your life to really help you, especially if you're dealing with pain or sadness or loss or grieving or something like that. Then she can definitely be someone to kind of bring in this loving, beautiful energy, whether it's Kuan Yin or you have another deity that you work with, that you feel a strong connection to as the sacred feminine for that healing. Okay, so I'm going to leave your reading here for you, pile number 2. I hope that this was helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading. Hi, pile 3. So for those of you that resonated with this petrified crystal here, or fossilized crystal, This is going to be your reading for you. We're going to be looking into what you can expect over the next 7 days, your week ahead. And we're going to be starting off with your tarot, and then we will look into your oracle messages. So what can you expect? As I said in the intro, is the messages are for whenever you click on this video. Okay, so whether you're watching it the day that I upload it, or you're watching it a year from now, 6 months from now, it is meant for you at that time. Okay, so we have the Tower, we have the Magician, we have the Six of Pentacles, we have the Hierophant. Okay. We also have the Knight of Swords. Okay, so there is definitely the Knight of Pentacles. There's definitely this shift that is happening for you. Major change. Okay, major change. And I feel like a lot of it could be happening internally. Okay? A lot of it is internal. This shift that's taking place within you, this realization, this epiphany, for some of you can be like some type of profound revelation that you have. And for some of you, this can even be another phase of your spiritual awakening. Okay, those of you that have already had a spiritual awakening, this can kind of be another wave of it. For those of you that have not had a spiritual awakening, and this could be some type of breakthrough that you're having here. But like I said, I feel like this is something that is changing for you internally. Okay, I'm looking at this Magician energy here, and what is that? I feel like it looks like a little bird cage. Okay, so what I'm kind of getting here, I'm also noticing this Hierophant. He has a key above his head. Okay. He has a key there. And then there's this bird cage that's here that she's looking at. So to me, this, like I said, this seems like some type of profound revelation, epiphany, realization, awakening. Okay. That is the Tower energy comes in as divine intervention. Okay, and this is to kind of give our world, our life, a shakeup. And this is only to help us to align with the path that we're meant to be on. So many of you may start to notice with the Tower energy here, some major shifts happening within you. For some of you, like I said, it is something that's happening internal, but some of you, it can even affect you externally, meaning that there could be some profound shifts or changes that take place in your life. And that could be, you know, with career changes. It can be with certain relationships that are coming to an end, certain friendships that are coming to an end, or even certain mindsets, okay, certain mentalities that are kind of coming to an end. What I'm looking at with this Magician and how she's kind of looking at this bird cage with the Tower energy here is almost that some of you, this realization is coming in that how you have been keeping yourself stuck. Okay? How you've been keeping yourself or your thinking or your mindset, the mentality, how you've been keeping yourself stuck when it comes to your thoughts, your words, your actions. Okay? The way that she kind of looks like she's looking at this bird cage like, I don't need this anymore, right? I don't need to keep my mind in this place. Also because it's like a small bird cage, right? So it's almost like to me that like there's something here that was kind of keeping you maybe even confined in a way, stuck. And to me, like I said, the way that she kind of looks like she's looking at this bird cage is like, I don't need this anymore, right? I don't need this way of thinking. I don't need this way of keeping myself stuck in this energy, right? I'm ready to kind of discard and get rid of this little bird cage here that has been keeping me stuck, right? It's almost like something had been keeping you from taking flight, okay? And oddly enough, we have the Six of Pentacles here, which looks like she's a bird, okay? And also she's all white here. Okay. She looks like this bird that has all these white feathers. And so to me, it's kind of like this symbolism of purity and of clearing and of you being able to kind of free yourself in this way. So whatever this is, and with the Hierophant here, I mean, some of you with the Tower and the Hierophant, it could be ending a long-term commitment or even a marriage, okay? May not be for all of you, but for some of you, that could definitely be a situation where you are realizing you're needing to free yourself, okay? Now, with the Hierophant energy, the Hierophant can talk about, you know, certain commitments. Some of you, it could even be a very unexpected connection, okay, that could be coming in. So I'm seeing the two very polar opposites. For some of you, it could be a serious commitment that's kind of very unexpected, very sudden kind of coming in. And for others of you, it could be that this is a connection that's kind of like on its way out. Okay. But the Hierophant is also about knowledge, wisdom, spiritual knowledge, lessons, being able to gain the wisdom and knowledge because of those lessons that we've gone through in the past. And the Hierophant is also about our values, our belief systems. Okay. So if there are certain belief systems that have not been working for you, right? Like I said, the way that she's kind of looking at that cage there, it could be that there are certain realizations that you have about certain belief systems that you still hold and how those things have been holding you back. Okay. So this can definitely be, I almost feel like this energy here is kind of like shifting you into action. Okay, shifting you into action. The Knight of Swords energy here is about decisive, quick thinking, acting, decision making. The Knight of Swords is very powerful, almost like explosive energy. Okay, whereas you also have the Knight of Pentacles energy here as well. And the Knight of Pentacles is going to be that over the next 7 days that you may experience more focus, more commitment to the things that you're really wanting to work towards. And this could be you committing yourself to progress, right? Being more, I feel like aware of your decisions, of your choices, of where you put your energy. Okay. The Six of Pentacles is also about reciprocity and about the equal give and take, meaning that if there is something that we're wanting to manifest, and I'm feeling like you guys are, because the Magician energy is a very powerful energy of understanding our power to bring certain ideas, inspirations that we have, and to be able to bring them to life. Okay? From the unmanifest to the manifest. So, I just feel like you're finding your power here. And I feel like the tools, the keys are something that are being revealed to you. Maybe through this tower. Okay. I am definitely feeling some significance here when it comes to the crown chakra. Okay. The way that both the Hierophant and also the Magician both have these beautiful ornate crowns on. Okay. And also with the Tower energy here, it's kind of like this black hat that is covering her crown. So in some way, I feel like this shakeup or this realization or this epiphany here could even be something that is removing the blockage that you guys may have had with your crown chakra, and it's kind of revealing your brilliance, right? And even in the Six of Pentacles here, where her crown is all white, it's all of these beautiful white little feathers. Like I said, so to me, this is kind of like this clearing that's happening within your crown. So this could definitely be, like I said, for some of you, some type of awakening that you're having, this realization of taking some kind of action, and then focusing on how you can replace any outdated patterns or self-limiting beliefs that you have, to replace them with ones that actually are helping to serve you, where you actually shift into action here with the Six of Pentacles to actually put work in to something that you are wanting to manifest, right? Because sometimes we want change in our life. We want things to improve. We want things to get better, but we don't actually put forth the effort, right? We dream about it and we talk about it, but the action that is required. So with the Knight of Pentacles energy, to me, like I said, this is that you are becoming learning to be much more disciplined, much more focused. So it could be maybe some type of project or something that you're wanting to work towards, that you actually kind of have this realization like, wow, you know what? I need to really get on the ball. I need to put forth, this energy towards planting the seeds and moving ahead with the thing that I'm wanting to create in my life, right? So there could be a lot of introspection, a lot of plotting and planning for the future, okay, with what decisions you're kind of making. So it's kind of like could even be kind of creating some type of plan or strategy, considering what your next move is, and actually not just like, sitting and waiting, but you're actually the driving force behind this shift or this change that is happening. So I'm definitely feeling like there's a lot of this energy that's kind of coming through for you over the next 7 days. And it may, of course, not just be something that happens or is only happening in 7 days, but something that you're continuing to kind of flow into to create a lot of powerful change. I feel like within your life moving forward, but this shift could be something that you start to notice within the next 7 days, where you start to recognize and look at just the way that she's looking at this cage. How have my own thoughts been keeping me a prisoner? How have I been a prisoner of the past? Right? Those old self-dated or outdated belief systems that I carry, how are these things limiting me? Right? How are these things taking my power away? So I'm definitely seeing that as well. And I feel like with the Six of Pentacles energy here, this is also talking about you being able to soon, reap these rewards that could potentially be coming in for you by your consistency, by you continuing to put forth the effort and the work, right? It's about moving beyond this feeling of lack, moving beyond this feeling of poverty or lack type of mentality, and being able to overcome it, right? Because the Six of Pentacles does follow the Five of Pentacles in the tarot, which is about lack. So it's kind of like maybe there's this shift happening for you where you no longer feel there's nothing I can do to change my situation, right? This Six of Pentacles is all about balance, right? So it could be that you were also feeling called to, because the Six of Pentacles is also about charity. Okay, so it could be that you are feeling called to be giving, right? Give your time or your energy to others, but also being more mindful that you were also getting that energy in return. Okay. Yeah, so I'm definitely feeling like this control, this more control that you have over your own life. Okay, where your belief systems are coming up and being challenged. Okay, so let's see. We have card number 46 with the Serpent. Okay, so that is, again, powerful energy here. Okay, powerful energy. We have, look at that, we have manifest here, dreams, journal, moon, and sleep. We have card number 20 with echoes, ancient, culture, roots, and customs. And then we have 29 with remembrance, remembering, love, loss, and healing. Okay. Okay. Now, with the remembrance here, some of you, there could be, even pain. that you've had from the past that you've been holding on to for a long time. Okay? Loss of a loved one, breakup, any type of situation here. But there's this profound energy of healing that is happening for you. And that could also be, like I said, for you, many of you, the shift that is taking place. Okay? With the card number 20 here with the echoes, with ancient culture, roots, and customs, for some of you, this could even be that over the next 7 days, your ancestors could be coming in pretty strong with messages, with downloads for you. Okay? For your healing, for your growth, for your progress. We have dreams here. So many of you, I feel like paying attention to your dreams. There could be certain dreams that you have that there are messages that are being revealed to you. And that may be what your ancestors are using to help to communicate the certain things to you, certain downloads. For some of you, it can be a need for rest as well. Okay? A need for rest, a need for really clearing your mind. Journaling, writing, maybe something that is also very helpful for you. Those of you that do spirit writing, okay, it could be messages that are received that way as well. What am I seeing here? I don't know. She's got this little backpack on. When I'm first kind of looking at this, it looks like something here. I don't know if it's a backpack or it's just her tassels. But when I first look at these little tassels on her jacket, they reminded me of brooms. Okay? Brooms. So to me, there is that, some of you may even have like this epiphany or this realization about what needs to be cleared. Okay? She's got some scissors around her necklace too, scissors. And to me, that is also symbolic of you cutting out and removing, whether this is mentality, mindset, or even certain, like I said, friendships, relationships, a situation that does not serve. Okay? Some of you, it could even be that you're maybe working on your journaling, your writings. Those of you that, especially that you do it for your manifestations. Okay? It could be that Spirit is really wanting you over the next 7 days to also really focus on what you want, what your dreams are, what your goals are, what are you working towards, right? So that you're really clear on what that is, right? Especially when it comes to the Knight of Pentacles energy, because this is about focus. It's about discipline. So many of you, it could be as simple as kind of taking out a sheet of paper and thinking about, what does your life look like right now, right? What are you doing every day in your day-to-day life versus what your dream life looks like? Okay? How are they different when you compare the two? What does that day in the life look like right now? And what does that day in the life look like for your dream reality? Okay? So it could be kind of looking at where you need to shift, where you need to change, right? Especially if you've been in kind of like this period of non-action, with getting things done, or you've been procrastinating, or you've been held back, right? By self-limiting beliefs that have been keeping you stuck for years, right? For some of you. So to me, this is all about you working on following, pursuing your dreams, your goals, your desires. And it could even be that messages are kind of revealed to you by your ancestors through your dreams. Okay? It can even be for some of you, I'm getting a passed on loved one connecting with you through dreams. And it could be that this loved one is giving you some very specific messages that are going to help you, I feel like, to give kind of like that epiphany or that realization. Okay, so I want to start with the message of this card here too, the Serpent. Okay, card number 46. And as I said, I think this is from the Mystical Shaman Oracle. So we're going to read this message for this. I'm going to save those to add onto your reading here. Okay, and see what this message has for you. Okay. So the serpent is the life force of Mother Earth. The coiled serpent of the Kundalini brings passion, healing, and renewal. She offers us the fruit of the tree of knowledge in the Garden of Eden and reminds us to shed the past away. She sheds her tired old skin Serpent comes to offer you the forbidden fruit that will set your passion and creativity free. Okay, so this is definitely talking about feminine energy here, okay, with Mother Earth. It says the serpent power of the Kundalini is stirring within your chakras, gently asking you to embrace its mystery. Shed the old skin that you have been so attached to and welcome the vulnerable pink underbelly that will bring you a fresh experience for your life. Your passion and sexuality are awakening, and this can be scary. Trust the wisdom of the serpent to transform your sensual energies into beautiful, original manifestation. When you shed the past gracefully, life will not strip it away with great drama. Indeed, that is something you want to avoid. Do not use your energies to seduce others or allow yourself to be seduced, even by your own ideas. Okay? So yeah, so this energy here is talking about this Kundalini energy that I feel like I said, with that tower could definitely be an awakening. Okay, some of you, it could be that you have already been going through a Kundalini awakening, right? Where this energy that's kind of sitting in the root chakra is kind of starting to kind of get all ready to kind of shoot through to your crown. Okay, and that process of awakening, like Spirit is saying here, can definitely be a very scary process, right? Because there's a lot that we're feeling, a lot that's changing, a lot, like I said, internally, but also a lot of external changes that you may also notice start to shift and change in your reality, which means the old self, right, is starting to be broken down. You're shedding this skin away. Okay, you're starting to recognize and step, I feel like, more into this energy of the Hierophant. Okay, all of that spiritual knowledge, all of that spiritual wisdom that is gained, you holding that knowledge from within with everything that you've learned. So it's kind of like Spirit is saying, now it's time to release. Now it's time to shed that old skin away, because where you're meant to go, it is no longer serving. Okay, so some of you could be that this Kundalini energy is starting to rise within you, rise within the root chakra, right? Which is where it's going to stem from, where it's going to happen. And so some of you may, over the next 7 days, of course, Kundalini's awakenings are, don't happen to everyone. But it's definitely a very profound experience. Some of you may have even been doing a lot of Kundalini yoga, where you've been working on getting that energy to move. Okay, some of you could still be very early on in your process where you are working on changing your mindset. And as you are doing that, you're helping that Kundalini energy to be able to be released, right? So it can even be for those of you that don't, let's just say, don't experience this awakening over the next 7 days. It could be that Spirit is telling you here that this energy is kind of building up within you, so that if this is something that does happen, there's going to be some profound changes that take place within your life, right? And a lot of this, what this card was talking about, was the feminine energy, okay? But Kundalini is definitely something that brings that balance between the feminine and the masculine. For those of you that don't know what a Kundalini awakening is, then I encourage you to learn more about it. Okay, learn about the chakras, learn about the energy centers in the body, and how this energy is something that is trying, to be released, so that we can have, control over our own energy and our own mind, right? Our own emotions, our own feelings, our own power. Okay. So yeah, I feel like this is very powerful for you. Okay. This is definitely this balance here between the masculine and the feminine with the Kundalini, but this book has this message a lot more about a lot of the feminine energy, okay? A lot of the feminine, especially when it comes to creativity, right? So it could be that you are, kind of balancing out the feminine, right? Learning to balance out the feminine energy so that you can really gain some clarity over finding your power, stepping into your power, And yeah, I love this energy. Let's see what else we have. We have Bridget with inspiration. Okay. And if you look at that, she's got this beautiful little red flower here. And she's also got this fire. Right? And again, look at that. Little snakes. 2 snakes on her dress. Okay. I love it. I love it. Let's see what else. We have Grobda. I don't even know how to say her name. Angraboda with inner strength. Okay. And then we also have Bass with the pleasures of life. Okay. Yeah. So this is a lot of beautiful change. Okay. And like I said, for some of you, okay, it could, because we are looking at the next 7 days, but these are the messages that Spirit wanted to give to you today. The next 7 days, however, this type of profound change is definitely not something that takes just 7 days. This is something that may start, right? You may start to notice this shift within you, where you find inspiration, you find your power, you find this inner strength, and it helps you to enjoy the pleasures of life, where you find more fulfillment, where you find more happiness and contentment within your life. Okay? We have passion, energy, yes. So definitely having this, yeah. And I feel, like I said, I feel like a lot of this is coming from the feminine energy. Okay? A lot of this is coming from the feminine energy. We have release. And then we also have dreams. Okay, so another message about your dreams again. So I feel like over the next 7 days, pay close attention to your dreams, okay? There's going to be, with the release energy here, the Tower can also be a major release, right? The release of something that no longer fits, something that is no longer needed, no longer necessary. Powerful changes and shifts. Okay? For some of you, this could be the release of maybe a lot of, like I said, a lot of things internally, externally, that you're needing to let go of. Okay? Lots of profound changes within your energy. This energy of passion, inspiration, that's definitely coming through here. Okay? It could even be that this shift that's happening within you is helping you to align your energy with your dreams. Okay? For you to be more focused on them, more disciplined, taking action. We have authentic, passion, again, wow. And we have timing. Okay. Okay, so what I'm also getting from this, because of the passion you have here, the inner strength, the inspiration, for some of you over the next 7 days, it could even be that through your dreams, or even through some type of epiphany or realization that you do have, there is something that is being revealed to you. And it could be an idea, a plan, something here. And I feel like timing is going to be something that is very crucial in this shift for you. So whatever this is that comes through, as far as if it's an idea that you've had, something that you're needing to pursue, I feel like by you aligning your energy, trusting this whatever this is that's being revealed to you, is going to be very important for you. Okay? And the Knight of Swords energy, like I said, is about quick, decisive action. So if you're feeling something coming in, you're feeling this energy kind of like bubbling up, right? Of something that needs to change, something that needs to happen, something that you're needing to do it. Okay? Do it. Take action here. Because I feel like Spirit is saying the timing of this is very important. It's very crucial for you. Okay. I also see how you have authentic here. And so how your serpent energy here is talking about releasing, shedding old skin. And this awakening or this epiphany, this realization, right? Where you kind of feel like are finding your power. It's like this, you're finding your authenticity. You're finding your true self, right? For many of you can be helping you to align with what your purpose is, right? Finding out what your passions are, what your desires are, what your dreams are, what you want for your life. I'm also noticing that in this timing, there's all of these old leaves. Okay. So I also feel like the timing is important for you to be able to, in order for you to move forward with whatever this is over the next 7 days, that you're meant to release the old, you know, whether that is an old belief system, a relationship that doesn't serve, maybe for some of you, even where you're at right now, like your current situation is something that you're meant to take action and move on from. It's time for change. It's time for this shift. Okay? Anytime we stay in one place for too long, or we're kind of doing the same old, every day, no change, right? We're not meant to stay stagnant. We're meant to evolve. We're meant to grow. We're meant to create this change. So I feel like timing is something that's going to be very, very important for you. There's definitely things that you're needing to release. Okay? There's definitely this very powerful energy shift that is coming. And I feel like for many of you, like I said, if you've gone through an awakening, or you're still going through your awakening, because awakening is something that we continue to do. It's not a one-time thing. It's something that we continue to learn more and more and more, and kind of have spirit reveal, more to us. So it could be that, maybe like if you are someone who has had an awakening, let's just say you had an awakening a year ago, right? Okay. So then there's another one. There's another one, right? As soon as you think like, oh, I'm awake and I have all of this new information, there's always more, right? Always more that spirit is revealing to us. Okay. So it's kind of like time where spirit is saying this current energy that you are right now is something that we're needing to let go of. We're needing to shift. We're needing to change. It's leveling up. Okay. It's time to level up is what I'm seeing with this. Okay. So I'm going to leave this here for you. Pile number 3. I hope this was helpful for you guys. If you did choose another pile, I will see you there. But other than that, I hope that this reading was helpful, and I will see you guys in the next reading.